How to find quadrilateral area, which formula to use. Imagine you are measuring a piece of land, designing a new garden, or figuring out how much paint you need for a wall. Knowing how to find the area of a four-sided shape can make these tasks easier. But with so many types of quadrilaterals, which formula should you use? That's what we're here to find out. First, identify what kind of quadrilateral you have. Is it a square, a rectangle, a parallelogram, a rhombus, a kite, or a trapezium? Each shape has its own way of calculating area. For a square, just multiply one side by itself because all sides are equal and angles are right angles. For a rectangle, multiply the length by the width, since opposite sides are equal and angles are right angles. If you have a parallelogram, multiply the base by the height, which is the perpendicular distance from the base to the opposite side. For a rhombus, which looks like a tilted square, the area equals half the product of its two diagonals. The diagonals cross at right angles, so this formula works perfectly. The same formula applies to a kite, which also has diagonals that intersect at right angles. When dealing with a trapezium or trapezoid, add the lengths of the two parallel sides, then multiply by the height, and finally divide by 2. This gives you the area of the shape with two parallel sides that are different lengths. Now, what if your shape is irregular and no special properties apply? In that case, you can divide the quadrilateral into two triangles by drawing a diagonal. Then, find the area of each triangle separately. To do this, multiply the base by the height of each triangle and divide by 2. Add the two triangle areas together, and you get the total area of the quadrilateral. For more complex shapes, advanced formulas like Brahmagupta's formula can be used if you know all four sides and the shape can be inscribed in a circle. This formula involves the semiperimeter, which is half the sum of all sides, and the diagonals. It's a bit more complicated but very useful for certain irregular shapes. Bretschneider's formula is another option when you know two opposite angles and all sides. In summary, start by identifying what kind of quadrilateral you are working with. Use the simple formulas for squares, rectangles, parallelograms, rhombuses, kites, and trapeziums. For irregular shapes, divide the shape into triangles or use advanced formulas if you have the necessary measurements. Knowing which formula to apply makes calculating the area straightforward and helps you in many real-life situations, from building projects to land measurements.